Welcome, my name is Jackie with Mortgage Nerds. Today we have...
I'm Nick with SureDry Basements.
Cool, thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, so just want to run through a couple things here. Can you tell us a little bit about SureDry and what it is that you guys do?
Absolutely, so SureDry is a foundation repair contractor, specialty contractor, specializing in concrete lifting and leveling, foundation repair, so everything from crawl spaces to basements to sloping and sagging floors, anything that has to do with your foundation or the concrete surrounding your foundation.
Driveways too, right?
Yep, driveways, sidewalks, yep, absolutely. So we have a residential and a commercial side of our business, so we service both commercial and residential properties.
Awesome. That's great to hear. I didn't know that you guys did commercial too.
We do, absolutely. Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your process, why it's important that you guys do what you do in your appointments.
Yeah, absolutely. So from a customer standpoint, it's really important that homeowners, get these problems fixed as soon as possible, really. And three main reasons that homeowners typically do that are restoring lost peace of mind, improving their quality of life, and just retaining their property value. So we all know the longer you wait to address a problem like this, the worse it gets. The worse it gets, typically the more money it costs. So yeah, so we like when people call us as soon as they see a problem, we can get in there and perform, a correction on whatever type of problem it is that they're experiencing, and the earlier you catch it, the least invasive it will be. So,
sure, absolutely. So you guys typically do a no obligation, no cost. You go out there, you take a look, and you give them typically a couple different options, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So our sales process, really, we're consultation-based sales. So we're going to come out to the house. We're going to diagnose and inspect everything and just take a look at the totality of the picture, everything that we're seeing. And we'll sit down with our customer and we'll explain to them first and foremost what's causing the problems that they're experiencing. Because in order to fix any type of issue, you first have to know what the problem is, right? What the root problem is, not the symptom. So, so we'll explain what the root cause of the problem is that they're seeing, and then we'll introduce them to solutions that will provide the outcome that they want. So we're not ever trying to push our agenda or our will on anyone, really. It's about helping that homeowner achieve their goals. And then we'll show them ways that they can fix that problem and then protect the rest of their home as well. And then turn the keys back over to them and let them choose ultimately, what solution they'd like to see on the proposal. So no pressure. We like to show all the options and just let that homeowner tell us what they'd like to fix.
Sure. So how many options do you typically give? And do you kind of give more, hey, this is more short term, here's more long term, the cost if somebody really can't afford to do what should be completely done?
Yeah, great question. So we only deal in permanent solutions. So there's no Band-Aid fixes with us, because ultimately you end up having to constantly, repair, and over the long run, it ends up costing you more money. So so we only deal in permanent solutions. And traditionally we'll develop three options, right? There'll be the option that the homeowner originally called us out to fix, which is just that one targeted area. Option two is going to be that plus maybe a few other things that we've talked about, things that make sense, maybe completing a system, completing a circuit, adding protection on one additional wall, something like that. And then option three is going to be just the total scope of work, everything that we could do to help them out based off of what we've seen when we're in the house.
Okay. And then you guys typically offer a warranty, right?
We do,
Some
yeah.
kind of...
Yep. So 25-year transferable warranty. Warranty transfers right with the sale of the home. So if you're not, if you purchase the home from somebody else who has one of our systems in it, we're going to stand behind that, behind that warranty for 25 years from the date of installation.
Okay, which is super awesome, because when we talk about people selling their houses, that's typically a really good selling point, right? I mean, they have something that's wrong with it and it ever, has any issues over the 25 years, they can just call you too, even if they never originally paid for it.
Absolutely. So what we recommend is if someone purchases a house with a SureDry system in it, recommend that homeowner actually give us a call and transfer all that warranty information into their name. That way we've got an accurate running record of just, who owns the home, and we can work with them as far as a service plan to make sure we're, going out and actively servicing the system, making sure that everything's healthy, everything is operating, proficiently, and obviously if any issues come up down the line, we have the ability to add protection into that home as well.
So. Which is awesome. I think another thing, with our home buyers and customers that are looking to refinance is cost, right? So like, what if a customer wants to do this, but they can't afford to do it with what they have? What do you guys offer, or what do you talk about?
Sure.
When that comes.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, most people, over $5,000 from a home improvement expense will look at some sort of financing, right? So we offer a myriad of financing solutions. The first is a 6-month interest-free, no payment option, so it just has to be paid off in 6 months, right? Second option would be 0% interest, 12-month options, and then we have financing options at 6.99% that extend out to 10 years. So, and you can do any combination. If somebody wanted to pay a little bit with, what assets they do have, cash, check, charge, they can combine that with maybe some financing options. Really, we want to work as closely as possible with the homeowners that we serve, just to make sure that they're getting the right solutions implemented into their home. And that being said, most of the stuff we can do in phases, right? There are certain things that make sense to do together or in unison, at the same time. But there are certain things that, hey, let's start here. Let's get the water taken care of before we do X, Y, or Z. We can come back in a year or 2 years and get those things taken care of as well. So.
Sure. Awesome. And you kind of touched base on this a little bit earlier, but when we're talking about customers looking at purchasing a house where they see issues, or people that already live in the home, you kind of mentioned how important it is, but what would you say to those customers to really stress the importance of making sure that they do it, and why it's important to really do it right away? I know you kind of touched base, but what would you say to them? Yeah,
so our core beliefs are fix it now, fix it right, fix it with us, right? That's just internally within the confines of SureDry. That's what we believe. It's what we hold dear to our hearts. So number one, if you're purchasing a home that has our system in it, I would say that you can rest easy, because you know that whatever problem is there has been repaired, and it's been repaired correctly, right? So that's kind of the first thing. Number two, if you're noticing issues in your home, there are many trains of thoughts, many different philosophies that people have. And again, fix it now, fix it right, fix it with us. Where that comes into play is, why fix it for somebody else, right? For somebody else's family to enjoy it. You know yourself that you probably wouldn't purchase a home with known defects, right? And if you did, you certainly would ask for some money off, right? You're not going to pay full price for it. So any purchaser looking at your house logically is going to have the same reaction, right? They're maybe going to bid under what your asking price is, because now it's their headache. And they never ask for, if a project is $5,000 to fix, they're never going to ask for just $5,000 off. They're always going to inflate that, because now it's their headache, it's their issue, they have to deal with it, right? So from a retention of property value standpoint, it makes sense to just get it taken care of right away. But then peace of mind, right? Quality of life. You're living with this problem, right? How much sleep are you losing? Are there other issues that this is causing you? Are there projects maybe that it's delaying, right? Is there health or safety concerns? Those are all things to take into account. And again, that's why we believe just getting it done right away the first time makes the most amount of sense, both financially and, mentally and emotionally as well.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And especially for people that are selling their house, I like that you mentioned that. The value in there is a little bit more when you can offer them that 25-year transferable warranty, which is super awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It puts everyone's mind at ease knowing that the issue is solved, right? So,
yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing that information.
Yeah, thank you.
If you guys have any issues, you want to talk through anything, SureDry, Nick over here will help you out with that. Just remember, mortgages are complex. Let mortgage nerds give you the answers you need.